Irises. Again, if you do not know me, my name is Iris, and today I'm going to be filming for you guys my kind of like day-to-day skincare routine, not so much like my deep cleanse. Anyway, so as you guys can see, as of right now, I do have this like giant blue patch on my nose just because I did like a lot of kind of the basics off camera, just so I wasn't sitting in my bathroom scrubbing my face on camera. I don't know why, that just kind of makes me feel weird, so I don't want to do that to you guys. So anyways, with all that being said, make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you turn on those post notifications just so you guys know every single time that I post. And let's just go ahead and get into my skincare. Alright, so the first thing I always start out with is a makeup wipe. So I'll go ahead and take, right now I'm using the Walmart brand, the Equate Beauty makeup remover ones. I like these a lot, and they're only like $6, and they come in a 2-pack. Anyway, so I always start off with that. Why? I honestly don't know. I just do, because sometimes I'm wearing makeup, sometimes I'm not. It's just what I always start out with. And then once I do that, I just go ahead and go in with my Clean and Clear Essentials, Foaming Facial Cleanser. It is oil free, and it's like the little orange one, it's like the first one, like there's like 3 steps. I only use this one. And then once I go in with the Clean and Clear and I feel like my face is cleansed, then I actually go in with my Dermalogica Clean Start Ready Set Scrub. Now this I only use right here on like my jawline area, because that is where I get the worst dry patches, and sometimes I even use it on my nose. So this is oil free as well, and my favorite thing about this is that once you I kind of rub it in for like 20 seconds. It doesn't say to do that. I do that by habit. And once you wash it off, it leaves like this cooling sense on your face, and it's just my favorite feeling ever. I love that. And it's like when you were a kid and you put gum over the water bottle and then you drank the water and then you breathed in, and it was just like that breath of cold air. That's what it feels like on your face, and it feels so good, and I love it. And as you can see, it's basically empty. Like, this is all I have left. Anyways, so next for my nose, what I'm wearing right now, and I used to use the Dermalogical, like, I shouldn't have thrown it away. Anyways, I used to use the Dermalogical, like, Pores No More. I think that was, it was like the little blue bottle. We got it in a BoxyCharm. I fell in love with it, and it did amazing for my pores, like on my nose, my blackheads. But I ran out, and I do not have the coin to repurchase that. So as of right now, I'm either going to look for another one or just save up for another one of the products, because it really did work. But it wasn't the Pores No More, because this is the Pores No More, what I'm wearing right now. Anyways, I'll leave the product that I was talking about like right here or something. Anyways, that was a staple, but obviously, again, I don't get the coin for that right now. I don't. But what I do after all that, I'll pat dry my face, and then I go in with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask, which is what I'm wearing right now on my nose. And I know it's hard to see because of like the light. Let me try to, never mind. You're not gonna zoom? Anyways, this is what I'm wearing on my nose right now, and it does around the same thing that the old Dr. Brandt does the same thing that product did for me. And the only problem I have with this product is the smell. It smells, and because it's right next to your nose, it smells really bad. Y'all, like Nair on steroids. because it's right on your nose. And like I can still like move my nose. I can still like, there we go. I can still like flare my nose. I can still move. So it's not like rock hard, and it's not gonna like, it's not like a clay mask. But that's the only problem I have with it. It smells awful, but it gets the job done. It's not about how you get there. It's as long as you get there. Anyway, so that's what I do, like, face wash wise. And this you can't peel off. You do have to go and wash it off. So I don't know why I didn't do this off camera as well, because now I still have to get up and go scrub my face. Anyways, so I'm gonna quickly go take this off of camera, because the instructions do say to leave on for 5 to 10 minutes until dry. A cooling sensation will occur. That does happen. This does also leave a cooling, it doesn't leave a cooling sensation, but as it dries down, it leaves like that kind of that same cooling sensation as the deep action scrub. So I do like that. Yeah, so I do that every 2 days or so, just because I have crazy nose pores, so that just, it never like goes away. I just have these giant like gaping holes in my nose, and I'm just like, oh. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and wash this off camera, and I will be right back. Alright, so I'm back. Excuse you. My hair is just falling like all types of in my face. So I'm just gonna try to like make it work so that I don't have so much like in my face. Intrusive. All up in the bee's knees. Anyways, so I of course went in, pat dried my face, and washed all of that off. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of slap my hair back. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, now after I go in and wash my face with all my Clean and Clear products, my Dermalogica, Dr. Brandt, and all that, all my face masks, all the complicated stuff, I now go in with something that I actually recently added to my routine. And this is something called a Dermaroller, and this is from the brand Glam Theory, and it came in like the cutest packaging, and it came with one of those like Silly Sponge things. I think the packaging was so cute. It came all wrapped up beautifully. It was amazing. Anyways, moving on. So this is what the Dermaroller looks like. It comes in this cute little like, I lived for this packaging, I just want to say. So what this does is it reduces fine lines, reduces deep wrinkles, reduces crow's feet, acne scars, stretch marks, hyperpigmentation. It boosts absorption of skincare products, so like whatever moisturizers and stuff that you put on. Smooth skin tone, it's anti-aging, and increases the concentration of topical products in your skin. I honestly don't know what that means, but if I'm right, you're only supposed to use this about once a week. So you just roll it all over the face, back and forth about 4 to 6 times in each area. You can go up and down, sideways, diagonal, like, and when I first got this, I honestly thought it was really gonna hurt, because when you open it, it actually has these like, I don't know if you guys can see it or if it's even gonna focus. Kind of has these little spikes. That's what I call them spikes, and you use that to roll it around your face. So the precautions are, this is for personal use only, so you can't go around using it on every single person that you see. And rolling should be done only once a week or with really long intervals. And it's not recommended for people with diabetes and any other like skin diseases, or if you're under 18 years of age. And of course, if irritation occurs, discontinue use. And I didn't know how I feel about this product. There's no going around that, just because I was like, these are needles going on my face. And then you are supposed to disinfect it with alcohol every use, before and after every use. So that's this product. Where did I put my mirror? I found it. Anyway, so how I go about it is I always start on my forehead, just because my forehead is the worst. My forehead is where I have the deepest lines. So how I usually go about it is I just kind of roll it on my forehead a few times. And I do use decent pressure. And this is exactly why I thought this was gonna hurt. See, as you guys can see, I have crazy expression lines. It's simple. It is a little more time consuming, I would say. And it does say that you'll notice differences in 5 to 8 weeks, so I'm not expecting something to happen overnight. But I will say I do notice a difference with how things absorb into my skin when I use it. And then next I go up and down. And as you can see, my forehead is extremely red just because I'm obviously pushing something onto my forehead. And the only part that hurts for me is right here, just because I do have a scar there. And it does hurt in that area. That's because of my scar. And then I go into diagonal. And I mostly concentrate on my forehead just because, again, that is the worst part. And then once I do concentrate on my forehead, I know I look crazy. I have a giant red mark on my forehead. I know. It subsides. Don't worry. And then next I kind of focus right here on my cheeks, just because in these areas I do have hyperpigmentation. So I just kind of roll it up and down right here a few times. I don't really go diagonal or sideways. I just go up and down. And I don't do this part for very long just because I don't want to accentuate any more redness. Rubbing this in. Now next I focus on my smile lines and right here where my dimples are. So when I smile, I have dimples right here, but my dimples are starting to create like a permanent line in my face. So now I just kind of like close my lips. And then I go with sideways, very like short. And I just only go sideways and up and down. I don't do diagonal. Alright, and now that I look like a tomato, I just obviously put this in alcohol. Like I take like a little, I don't have the cup right here, but I'll just use my, my Nickelodeon cup as an example. So I'll just take like a cup that's obviously not this large, but I'll fill it to cover here in alcohol, and then I'll just set it in there, and I usually just leave it in there until I'm like done with all of my skincare, just because that does take quite a while. So that's how I go about that. And then once I do cleanse it off, I actually swab this with alcohol, because again, this is coming in and out of it, and then I place it back in. I close it and I put it in my skincare desk. And I don't wait for anything to happen or not happen, so I just kind of go straight in with the rest of my products. So I start with the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum. I use this because, again, I have crazy deep wrinkles, so I use like a little dollop on my forehead. Oh, that's too much. So I'll kind of place like a little dollop on my forehead, and then I'll kind of dip my finger in it and place it on my smile lines, where I also have really deep lines. And I just blend that in. And then I take this and swipe it across the forehead. I think you guys did notice me doing this in my last video. And then I do rub kind of really aggressively. And most importantly, make sure your hands are clean, because there's no point in touching your face with all this if your hands are dirty. There's no point. And I'm not like a skin genius or anything. Like, this is not my profession, but it's just kind of got common sense. You don't do that. You don't. Anyways, so next I go in with my exclusive cosmetics intensely intensively firming appearance anti-wrinkle cream with snail mucus filtrate. Now this I actually found at Ross one day, and it really caught my attention, especially like the they did have almost every single jar of this. So they had one that had snail mucus, which is this one. They had one that had like pearl, I don't want to call it pearl mucus, but it had like the juices of a clam, sorry. And they just have so many cool products, and I will say I have noticed a difference mostly in my smile lines using this. So this I do put all over the face because it does sink into the skin fairly quickly, so I'm not shy with it. I do take a lot of it and I start focusing it on the places that I obviously want it, and then I'll put like a dot on my nose, and the rest I'll put back on my forehead just because I tend to be heavy-handed. And because of the, and then blend the excess to the chin, my mustache, and I do all of this avoiding my direct under eye area. And then again, I heavily blend this into the forehead. So after that, I do wash my hands just because I don't focus these products under my eye, so I'm not gonna take the remnants from my hands and slap it under my eye because that would defeat the purpose of doing that. And like my forehead feels a lot firmer now, especially like before I did not feel any firmness in my forehead after using this, but now with the derma roller I do feel a lot of firmness in my forehead, and it's like it feels like I did like a firming mask. That's what that feels like. So next I take my Dr. Brandt Needles No More. I see what you guys did there. I see you, Dr. Brandt. I see you. Anyway, so I go with the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first got this, I did not see any difference, but that's just because I was using it wrong. So I did watch like the Dr. Brandt like video on how to properly use it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was shook when I found out it was orange. I was expecting it to be kind of like a skin tone color. When I first saw it, I did think it was maybe gonna like color correct as well, and it does say to warm it up in between your fingers, so that's exactly what I do. I just kind of sit here and like rub my fingers together. And then what I was doing before is I was just swiping it on, and in the video they tell you to pack it on. And I have got it in my eye a few times, and I don't know if my eyes just aren't sensitive like that or what, but I haven't had any problems like getting it too close to my eye. So that's that, and it does feel really like sticky and tacky, and I do like it a lot. It does make a difference over time, so immediately once you put it on, it's not gonna like make a difference. But like I do notice like my eyes don't look as puffy when I put like makeup over it and stuff like that. You can put products over it. So I just let that dry, and when you do this, it feels really good because it's still like wet and tacky, and it feels so cooling. After that, I go in with my Clinique Repair Anti-Gravity Eye Cream. I use this because I have really deep, I don't want to say wrinkles, but I have a lot of puffiness under my eyes. So when I'm really tired, I get really bad bags, which causes a lot of like fine lines and really like, I don't even want to call them fine lines because they're deep lines. Like, it's not even funny, guys. So I take this once I have let that dry for a few minutes, and I just take the smallest amount on my finger. Like, it almost looks like there's nothing there. And then this is the one I actually do kind of use a very small like stippling motions to kind of glide into the skin. And I noticed these two products actually work really well together for me. Anyways, so once I do that, I just kind of let my skin sit for a second. My boyfriend got me onto the Nivea cream, the one that comes in like this little thing. It's like 83 cents at Walmart. And then one day I went to Walmart and I found the full size on clearance for $4.50. Do you know, I almost bought every single one that I saw. I was so tempted, but with this, a little bit goes a long way. This is a brand new one because I just finished using this thing up. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. And in case you guys didn't know, they do sell this on Amazon. So I did get it at Ross, and now I think every time I go to Ross, I see either a different one or I see this brand, and they have like all types of different I would say animal mucus products, and I see them at Ross all the time. So now I'm really excited about that because now it's like an easy access kind of thing. But also they do sell them on Amazon, and I live for that. So what I'm gonna do is, because I don't like wasting product, I'm actually gonna take what's on the lid. I'm gonna place some on the face. It's a little too much. And I put a lot on, especially if I don't plan on wearing makeup or if I'm going to sleep. I like pack it on just because I want to feel extra moisturized. But if I know I'm going to be putting on a lot of makeup, I don't put as much on. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this in because this is what I use as my moisturizer. And I focus it especially right here because it is so moisturizing. I do like to focus it on those parts of the skin. Of course, in my nose does get really oily, so I don't put as much on my nose. I just put enough to hydrate. And then I blend this into the forehead, into the brows, and on the eyelids. You never want to neglect your eyelids. I just don't put as much product on my eyelids as I do my face. And then what I've been doing to really hydrate this part of my face is, I know I do want to use this, and it is really hydrating. It's just more greasy than I don't want to say greasy, but it's just more like oily than I want it to be when I'm like walking around or when I'm wearing makeup. I don't want too much oil on my face, even though I do like a dewy look. So what I've been doing is I've been using the Benefit Total Moisturizer Face Cream and focusing it only right here. And I know this all sounds so crazy and there's so much on my face, but it's because they're all targeting different things and they're all for different purposes. And that is my normal skincare routine. That is like my day-to-day routine. Like no matter what, this is my ride or die, and it's been working amazing for my skin. I don't have that many breakouts. Like the one I had on my forehead literally yesterday is gone. And I will give it to my facial cleansers. Like they do amazing. And I found the products together that work for my skin. And that's the thing with skincare, is it takes a lot of time to figure out what works for your skin. And it's going to be a lot of trial and error. You're going to have a lot of breakouts. You're going to have this, you're going to have that, and it's going to suck. But once you do find your holy grails, it's amazing. And I will say, this has been a huge game changer for me. I feel like it genuinely does help the product soak into my skin on a whole different level. It does amazing. And I did get this on Amazon for, I think it's like $21, like after shipping and all that. And I'm so glad that I found this. If you do not have sensitive skin, I definitely say jump on it. If you do have sensitive skin, I would just say stay away from it because it might just irritate your skin a lot because all the redness and all that and all like the little spike things. So I think if you have great hefty skin, jump on it and you will see the biggest difference. And the last thing I normally do for my skincare is I'll usually like mix in like a liquid highlighter, or I'll do something just to give my skin a little something. I didn't do that today just because I do sometimes, I don't sometimes. It just depends. Anyways, with all of that being said, that is my everyday skincare routine. I do use quite a few products, but again, they all target different things. And when it comes to skincare, it is so important, and just never neglect it. I did when I was younger. That's why I have like deep fine lines and all that. So I'm glad that I'm getting more into it now so I can prevent all of it when I'm older. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did, make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. Anyways, I hope all you guys stick with me for the long journey that we have ahead. And thank you guys so much for your support. And I'll see you guys on the next video.